Hey, good day. Happy Friday, September 2nd. So we're just going to go over and we're just going to see how many times this week that we would have had some successful trade setups just using double tops, double bottoms, and we also will look at a couple of head and shoulders as well. So I'm on US dollar, Canadian dollar. We're on the 4 hour. Now, I'm probably going to try to stay within the 4 hour range because we can go down to multiple time frames and we can find multiple setups. So I may shift as we go through and go down some lower time frames to see. Now, let's look at what we have here on the chart now. We're on the 4 hour US dollar, Canadian dollar. And clearly, all right, so this is back in June. So that's why, let me do this. What is this? And this is July. All right. So what we may do is this. All right. So I'm going to go down to a lower time frame on some of these, but we'll just go ahead and start with this one. We do have a double top on a higher time frame, and it's already starting to play out. And if we could take it from here to where we currently are right now, that's a 118 pip move. So that would have been a success for you guys once this had occurred on this level. Okay, so let's do USD JPY. All right, so that's one. Okay, so nothing on this one. All right, this is too far back. Okay, so this is where we at. All right, now let's go down to a lower time frame. Let's see anything transpired. Okay, nope. And let me add in my other indicators of my head and shoulders. Okay, so they're on the chart. All right, so no opportunities on the 15 minute on there. Let's go on the 1 hour. All right, so this is back on August 23rd. So that's really not for this week. Matter of fact, let me see what date that fell on. 23rd. All right, that was last Tuesday. All right. Go to 4 hour. All right, we have nothing on there. Oh, let me go down further. Let's do it's 5 minutes. Let's see if anything showed up. And no. Okay. Cool. Let's move on. Let's do GBP, British pound, US dollar. All right, we got a lot that showed up on this one. All right, so this is on the 5 minute. Okay, this one played out. This one played out. So it's two. We got a current double top that's occurred. Of course, we're on the 5 minutes, so we need to see how this is going to play out before we get it dropped. So we may not know while we're on this particular call. All right, so we can conclude that. All right, we got one, we got two, and it's on the 5 minutes. So let's go further up. Let's go to the 1 hour, see if we got anything on the screen for the 1 hour. All right, so right here we got an inverted, and this inverted did play out. Got your right shoulder. We got up here. Let's see. Okay. All right, so this would have been the target, and this is how you take that. You take it from the head up to the neckline, and you put it. Take this, drag it, put it on top. And, yep. So this would have hit the target, so that target would have been fine. Let's see how many pips that would have been. From over here, just right shoulder on up to right there. That's 121 pips. All right, so that played out pretty good. What was this date? All right, this was August 24th, so that was still way back last week. So nothing right there, but you just see on the lower time frame, you did find it. Okay, so that's pretty good. Let's see if anything on the 4 hour. Okay, no. And let's go to the daily. Okay, all right, we got a double top on day, but once again, this is back on August 10th. But this would have been a great trade setup. And remember, people say that a lot of things are just not that simple. Well, no, we're about to rephrase that. This is simple. This is a simple setup, and people are going to continue to find an excuse to make something more difficult than what it needs to be. This is 289 pips. Just using a simple double top, move. Put your stop loss above here, keep it moving. Take it down to. I like to take it to the edge of where the dotted lines are. Of course, you can take it down to the full extension. And matter of fact, let's see what it would be if we would have took it down to the full extension. It's 351 pips. There's nothing to discuss. There's nothing to. That's it. It is what it is. Let's go on to the weekly, and we have a double bottom on the weekly. This is very interesting, considering that if you look on a weekly, the dollar has just been dominant and just smashing, dropping 2,762 pips from last year of May of 2021 up to now, and now we have a double bottom. So what should we be looking for? We should be looking for opportunities to possibly look for a trend reversal. The dollar has been strong, and it needs to not be strong in order for it to compete in the international markets. We need that dollar to cool off, and this would be a great move of 2,700 back up to the upside that you can hold a swing trade for a long time. Okay, you could take a small account, you could put a 50 cent lot size, you put a dollar lot size, and you could just let it ride. Okay, there's nothing wrong with doing that too. That's called swing trading. Okay, let's look at let's do a crypto right quick. All right, let's look at Cardano. Let's see what Cardano is doing, and let's go on down to let's go to the 15-minute chart. All right, on the 15-minute chart, what we have right now. Sorry. Right, there we go. All right. So in 15 minutes, look what happened. We had a double top. It played out. Of course, we don't use pips as a measurement, but this was a decent enough move in the futures market to benefit. All right, we had another way, double top over here. We dropped down. We had a double bottom up. We moved. All right, so that's one, two, there's three trade setups within March 31st. There's nothing else to discuss. All right, I'm not gonna keep, you know. All right, we got a double top right now. Could ADA look for some move back down? Possibly. All right, they got a lot of bullish moves news coming in. It's on Robinhood. All right, Robinhood has listed them, but we do know eventually, if there's enough people who come to the table, that we're going to have some sellers that's going to jump in and they're going to sell to a new fresh crop of liquidity, and potentially price can drop down to this level. Boom. All right, double bottom played out. Double bottom played out. What are we talking about? Nothing to talk about. All right, this is so easy that it's really scary, right? Everybody want to make everything so difficult when it comes to trading, like it's some geometry, algebra. Uh, no, come on now. Let's keep this thing simple. All right, look at BTC USD. Uh, Same thing. All right, hourly double, double top, double bottom, double bottom. One. So one, two, three, four. You'll be 4 for 4. 4 for 4 if you just took these trades. But yet, once again, people want to make this so difficult. And with this video, yes, I was going to make it private, but right now it's not even worth making it even private anymore. It's because even in the private, it doesn't register with people. So you might as well just go ahead and make all this stuff free, because it's not like it's some best kept secret, so to speak. Right? But it's just using an indicator. This doesn't mean this indicator is going to be legit and it's going to always. I don't know. We don't know. But I'm pretty sure there's some other indicators out there that can give you the edge. But these patterns show up routinely for years. Double tops, double bottoms, head and shoulders pattern. Everybody knows that, and we already have done the stats of how much 70%, on 73% follow through on a lot of these. Okay, and then you can add other things to it, like if you want to put your moving averages on. Okay, you can uh, dictate what's what based off of your moving averages. If you want to, you can use that as confluence. If you want to put your Bollinger Bands in, okay, we out of the water over here. Okay, so what are we probably looking for? Maybe some other selling opportunities to get down, whatever. But make it simple. Create your own trade plan or whatever, because a lot of you are not following anybody else's trade plan. Create your own. This is going to be the total radical shift in the way we invest, the way we trade. When I say we, I'm talking about everybody individually. You got to do you. Do what works for you. Do it right. Because when people take time out to build systems for other people and self-sabotage kicks in, people want to do what they want to do, man, that's fine. Now the ball is in your court. You do what you got to do. Let's finish up with let's do some CAD, JPY, and maybe look at some so we'll see. Okay, we got a double top over here that happened. That's August, early August. Let's look at 4 hour. Okay, nothing really on 4 hours. Look on the daily. All right. So look at this, guys. All right. We had this move. We moved down. We got down to this net line. We didn't get all the way here, but we got here. And that was a beautiful drop. 614 pips. What are we talking about? Nothing. We don't need. It's nothing to discuss. All right. Daily pull out. Now that's just for July. All right, but we still had to move to the downside. That's pretty good. Okay. Let's look at the weekly. Oh, what do we have on the weekly? We currently have a what? A double top on the weekly. So, is it possible that the Japanese yen can get us down to this area? Possibly. This is to keep this things simple. 555 pips. Wow, what do you know? 555 is a great angel number. Look that up. You'll learn something if you don't know anything about that. So let me see. Do I want to do maybe a commodity? Let's look at potentially gold. See what gold we're talking about. Mm, this is the weekly. Let's go on the daily. What do we have? We have a what? A double bottom on the weekly, which this is great because it's showing that the U.S. dollar more than likely is probably going to start seeing some form of weakness, and this is what we want to see. So you got that on the daily. Here you go on the 4 hour. Same thing, double bottom. Man, keep the stuff simple, man. This is going to prove that wealth building, making money has nothing to do with no strategies, have nothing to do with no system, has everything to do with individuals who find a way to self-sabotage and recreate whatever childhood trauma, drama that you had, emotional impact that you have had, that you don't feel like you're good enough. That is the reoccurring thing within a lot of people's mind. That they're not good enough and they cannot get to the next level. When in reality, it's you that's getting in the way. Get out of your way. Hit the like button, subscribe, game over.